This is Bill and Deb North of the Florida Weekend Warriors, and this adventure we're doing something a little different. We are on a Holland America cruise ship, and we're going to the ABC Islands. ABC stands for Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. So it should be a cool adventure. We've never been on this ship or this cruise line before, so stay tuned. See ya.
See ya.
In Aruba, we say bon dia.
Bon dia.
So welcome to Aruba, welcome to the crazy bus. Alright? I know it's early, but we're gonna start slowly. And trust me, later it's gonna be pumped up. Alright?
Pretty close. I mean, the reef is right there. So here's our typical veranda, balcony room on Holland America. It's just your typical cruise ship. This is their newest boat. This is the Rotterdam. And today, what we think we're gonna do, you see this freighter sitting there waiting? We think it's a fuel tanker, and there's a swing bridge in town. We think it's gonna go underneath it because the fuel tanks are up on top of the hill and you have to get through that bridge to get to it. So the plan is to get off the ship early and hopefully see that bridge open. It's called the Old Lady Bridge, and a bunch of people stick a bunch of trinkets on it, but it fell over from all the weight of the trinkets, little locks and stuff. So we hope to get there in time. We'll see. We're the first ones off the ship. This isn't probably going to come out because of the wind, but there's our medical emergency.
So we are here 3 hours early due to the medical emergency.
Today we booked an excursion to the Hato Caves and the beach. Since we were 3 hours early, we decided to head into town. It's only about a 15-minute walk, and we wanted to see the infamous Old Lady Bridge anyways. Yeah. The Old Lady Bridge. This bridge is actually made of a bunch of boats all tied together, and at the end is like a small tugboat. And this bridge is like 140 years old. And when the gates closed, you can't get off the bridge. Everybody just rides the bridge and waits for it to reclose. And if the bridge is going to be open more than 45 minutes, they have a ferry that will take you across the end. I don't know. There it goes. It just raised up. Or was that the waves? Hope that guy gets off. 45 minutes. Guess we should have walked a little faster. Look, they're all a bunch of little boats.
Where do you see boats at?
Look, in the water. The bridge is little boats. They're all linked together. The water's clear. I wanted to go across the bridge. The whole bridge, there's like a boat motor on the other end. I guess that guy's stuck on the bridge.
Maybe the Coast Guard boat needs to go through.
I bet it's that freighter.
Maybe the freighter already went through and we missed it?
No.
Oh, you let it through. That looks like a pilot boat.
Yeah, there's a pilot boat going out. The bridge was only open a few minutes. It just needed to let a pilot boat go through, and it was surprising how fast it could open and close. And before you know it, the gates opened and we could cross the bridge.
Bridge opened up.
On the other side of the bridge is these love locks or bridge trinkets, which tourists leave to mark that they've been there. So then I put the locks.
I guess the heart fell down.
You have a lot better view watching the bridge from this side. I'll show you that in a second, but we heard a loud crash and we went around the corner and we saw this trash truck. Tell McKenna that trash truck got in a wreck. Only in the Caribbean. I guess the taxi shouldn't have parked there. Davey, stand back. It was time to head back towards the ship to get on our excursion to the Hato Cave. It was a bad sign that the ambulance was still there at the ship.
And the runway of the airport is the lower. This cave is 60 meters above the sea level. They are made by coral stone. Coral stone hold the heat for a long time. It's mean you're gonna enter a hot cave. A natural sauna. More in we go, more hot is it. It's too hot.
The guide was right about the climb up to the cave and also the heat. It's very hot inside the cave. View from here is phenomenal, and there's a bunch of fans in there, but they really discourage taking any pictures, which doesn't make any sense. They tell you when you can take your pictures, but I kind of snuck a couple anyways. So it's pretty cool inside. You'll see. The pictures that came out the best were just using my iPhone. So in this cave, it's one way in and one way out. And you pause in the very back of the cave to take your pictures. And I thought that this thing opened up to the beach because the beach isn't far from here, but it doesn't. The bus is going to take us to a separate beach. This excursion, it was nice. It was nice having the guide because she showed us a bunch of pictures on the wall and gave a bunch of history. So we would recommend going to the cave. And the beach is super nice. I just wish we would have stayed at the beach longer because we were only at the beach for an hour. This beach had a beach bar, but the line was so long, it would have taken you an hour just to get a drink. Look at all the people here. It's a huge amount of people here. What do you think, Deb?
A little chilly. Feels good though after the cave was sweating in.
Yeah. Beach is beautiful, but there's a lot of rocks. They landed on a storm. On the way back to the ship, the bus driver decided to take a detour. One of his friends called him and said a bunch of flamingos had landed in one of the salt flats not too far away from the way back to the ship. So he stopped the bus so we could all get out and take a bunch of photos of the flamingos. A beautiful sunset. It's a perfect way to end our day in Curacao. So we had a great time yesterday in Curacao. Today's Bonaire, and this is our 4th night on the ship, and some things to note about Holland America. Number one, the food is way better than any other cruise line we've been on. But the clientele is a little older. They say the clientele on this cruise line is like 65, but we think on this particular trip it's probably 75. But other than that, the entertainment's been good. The venues are kind of small, so the bars and the pool area and the main stage are rather crowded. But other than that, it's been a good cruise, and we're looking forward to our day in Klein Bonaire. We're taking the water taxi over, and it's a deserted island, and it's a marine sanctuary, so we got our dive gear, and we're looking forward to going there. And we've got our beer cooler packed. Of course, it's got the Royal Caribbean emblem on it, so might catch a little slack getting off the ship, but other than that, we're looking forward to it. So we're going to go to a beach bar for lunch, so hopefully we'll see you there. Well, we're at Bonaire, ready for our excursions at 9 o'clock. We had a great time yesterday in Curacao. Looking forward to our beach day, Bonaire. Our water taxi came straight to the ship. The cruise director said we had to walk about 10 minutes up the road to this beach bar and get on the water taxi, and that's where we were going to have lunch. But ours came right to the ship, and you can actually see the island from the ship. It's not a very long boat ride. It's maybe about 20 minutes. So the water taxi drops you off at the beach, and you get in the water at this yellow pole.
You can walk from the beach to here, and then swim through the natural opening, and then you will be on the other side of the pole, where you will see a lot of fish and maybe even a turtle. So that's a possibility.
Well, it's too windy, so you're not going to hear anything we're saying, right?
But it's beautiful. Sand is like Siesta Key at home.
Pirate ship's having a little problems. We highly recommend water shoes. It gets real narrow up by the yellow pole where you get in the water, and you have to actually walk through these rocks. But I would say about a third of the people did not have water shoes. We did not bring our own fins, and we wish we would have, because they do not rent fins on the boat. You basically get in by the yellow pole, and the current takes you all the way back to where the boat dropped you off. It's really beautiful. It's basically a wall dive right next to the beach, and you can't even see the bottom. It gets so deep. fish are just everywhere. The whole island is a marine preserve, and it's a fantastic snorkel. And when you're on the cruise ship, don't forget to bring some bread to feed the fish. You can see here why fins would have been helpful. It looks like she's riding a bicycle, but we're just trying to keep afloat. When we finally ran out of bread, some of the bigger fish actually got kind of aggressive, but it was a super cool experience and we were glad we brought it. You need to bring whatever you want to eat or drink on the island because there's absolutely no facilities, but they did bring some rum punch that we really enjoyed after we had some cold beers. Cheers. We finished our day in Bonaire by going to Carl's beach bar and water sports. It's about a 10 or 15 minute walk from the ship, and it's a full service restaurant, and you can snorkel right off the dock, and also you can get the water taxi out to Klein Bonaire from here. We really enjoyed the local Brasa beer, and these square things we weren't sure what they are. There's some local dish. Well, it's off to Aruba.
Welcome to what's up YouTube? Welcome to Aruba.
Aruba.
I'm one of the local people, one of the drivers, the tour guide. My name is Jay Smooth. Welcome to Aruba.
Thank you. So you Captain Cuckoo?
I'm Captain Cuckoo, yeah.
Our bus included a cow head, some very interesting graphics, and some very interesting signs on the inside of the bus.
In Aruba we say bon dia.
Bon dia.
So welcome to Aruba, welcome to the crazy bus. Alright? I know it's early, but we're gonna start slowly. And trust me, later it's gonna be pumped up. Alright? First day we're gonna go for 3 stops. The first stop is gonna be the lighthouse, then we're gonna go to the chapel, and then we're gonna go to the beach. The beach we're gonna go today is the Surfside Beach. At the beach, everybody's gonna have this color of beach chairs. I got turquoise. I call it light blue. This color is for you guys. It's free. Alright? If you want an umbrella, you can rent them. I think the umbrella there are $5, if I'm not sure. It's $5. You can check with the guys in the light blue shirts. They help you. They can come serve you at the lunch, or if you want to walk a little bit, you can go to the bar, and so you can do that. All right?
The bus ride was fun. Everybody's shaking the maracas, the music's blaring, and you're honking your horns at all the other cars and pedestrians, and you kind of get a tour of the island. The bus is also fairly inexpensive for what you get. We really liked the chapel and the lighthouse. They were very scenic. It was just beautiful view from up there. And at the end of the tour, the bus driver took us to see some flamingos. He heard that there were a bunch of them in a salt flat on the way back to the ship. If we ever come back to Aruba, we're going to rent these ATVs. We saw them everywhere, and it looks like everyone was having a blast. We booked our excursions only like 3 months before the cruise, and they were all booked solid. And we were on the wait list, but we didn't get one. It looked like a lot of fun. The final stop on the bus was the beach, and this beach is not far from the cruise terminal. It's got a beach bar, but the food is very expensive, and so is the beer, and you only get tiny little cans, and there's a lot of seaweed on the bottom, but it was kind of cool to sit there and watch the planes land as you're sitting on the beach. So we're back from our cuckoo bus tour, and we had a good time. It was really cool driving on the bus with the music blaring and shaking our maracas and honking at all the people on the sidewalk. And we enjoyed the
daycare.
The kids all came out and sang. We enjoyed the lighthouse and the church. What's really cool about the ABC Islands, they're really unique. It's like a desert. So you're really close.
Cactus everywhere.
Yeah, there's cactus and aloes. There's no trees. There's the only trees they have is these divot trees that basically only grow about 10 feet tall and grow in the leeward side of the wind because the wind blows constantly down there. And another thing that was really unique is that it was hazy. So it was super hazy all the time. And that's from the dust from the Sahara Desert because you're so close to the equator. But the water was surprisingly not that warm. It was 78 and it was like 84 during the day, and we're in February. And in the Bahamas, it's like 76. So we're 1,000 miles south of the Bahamas, and I thought the water would be much warmer, but it was still warm enough to get in, and we still enjoyed it.
Bonaire, though, was our favorite.
Yeah, Bonaire was definitely our favorite. So our cruise is getting close to being over. Tomorrow we head over to the Half Moon Cay, but it's going to take us 2 days to get there. So we'll see you when we get there.
See ya.
So we don't know if we're going to use this ending or not, because the next day is Half Moon Cay, and we've been there a million times, so we don't know if we're going to film anything there or not. It's a beautiful island. Trust me, we've been there. It's a great beach spot. But one thing to remember is that they make you buy drinks on the island. So if you have the drink package, bring a small cooler with you on the cruise, and pay
your drink from your drink package.
Yeah, get your drinks from your drink package, and give your cabin guy an extra 10 or 20 bucks to fill it up with ice. I'd rather much see him get the money than the cruise line. So anyways, we hope you like this video. Give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, and we'll see you next adventure.
See ya.
See ya.